If you're watching this video, you're probably from my TikTok, The Show Tips. So thank you for popping into YouTube. And in this video, I'll be rating your teams that you sent me. I got over like 60 submissions, so I wasn't really expecting that many. I wanted to get to everyone, so I decided to take it to YouTube so I can make longer videos. So let's begin. This is the first team we have. It's pretty solid, but I would try to pick up some of those team affinity players like Jordan Groshans or Ronnie Mauricio. You can replace Abrams and Vlad for them. You can also get someone like Jim Thome to put at first. Freddie is pretty solid, but I think Thome is a little better option. You already have Acuna and Freddie, so you can probably finish the NL East relatively soon. Your lineup's pretty solid, and I would give it around a 7.25. Looking at your starters, they're pretty solid, but I would really get rid of that one spawn. You can pick up guys like Oswalt or Quinn Priester from the team affinity. And also, if you do complete the NL East, you'll get players like Glavine and DeGrom. Your bullpen's alright, but you only have one lefty in there, so I'll try to pick up some other guys like Sean Doolittle. There are a few other diamond relievers and closers you can get from the early stages of the team affinities as well. I think your pitching is a 7 out of 10, meaning your final team rating would be a 7.125. This is the next team we have. It's very good, and I think it's one of the best teams you can get without completing any of the collections. Looking at your pitchers are pretty solid. I would maybe replace that Shea McMillan with someone like an Edward Cabrera. He's pretty good. Your bullpen's really good. The only thing I would do there is maybe add one more lefty. I think your lineup's an 8.8 out of 10, and your pitchers are 9 out of 10, making your final team rating an 8.9. Here's the next team we have. I would do a few things like replacing that Nick Solak with the new Marcus Semien, as well as getting Jordan Groshans and Ronnie Mauricio for second and third. Overall, I would give your lineup an 8.4 out of 10. Your starters aren't bad. Oswalt and Crochet are fine, but I would try to get some other players like Cliff Lee or even Corey Kluber. Your bullpen's solid as well, but I would try to pick up someone like a Darren O'Day. Overall, I think your pitchers are an 8.2 out of 10, making your final team rating an 8.3. Here's the next team we have. It's pretty solid, but I would get rid of that Dominic Smith. There's a ton of other options you can put at left. Someone like a Torrey Hunter, he's free. If you don't want to spend stubs on any players, you can put your creative player in left. Other than that, I think your team's pretty solid. Overall, I would give it an 8.7 out of 10. Looking at your pitchers, your bullpen's absolutely fantastic. I can't really say anything about that. That's definitely the highlight of your team. Also looking at your starters, they're pretty solid. I haven't tried that Wheeler yet, but I assume he's pretty good. Overall, I would make your pitchers a 9.3 out of 10, making your final team rating a 9. Here's the next team we have. I haven't seen too many people put Jackie in left or Torrey at third. The only thing I would do was take Torrey out of there. I didn't really like his swing when I used him. I was only batting around 200, which is not very good. But if you do well with him, then definitely keep him. Your bullpen is really good, as well as your starters. I haven't seen too many people rocking that prior, but if you like him, keep him. I would replace either Tanana or him with someone like a Quinn Priester. Other than that, your team is really good. I think your lineup's a 9.4 out of 10, and your pitchers are a 9.3. So overall, your team rating would be 9.35. Here's the next team we have. It's all around pretty solid, but I would get rid of that Prince Fielder and replace him with like a Jim Thome. As well as Wander Franco, you can replace him with Jordan Groshans from Team Affinity. I do like Kenny Lofton and Mike Piazza, but you can switch those out for some of the other Team Affinity cards if you do want. Overall, I think your lineup's an 8.5 out of 10. Looking at your starters, pretty solid. I would get rid of that Burnett and DeGrom, maybe replace him with like a Quinn Priester and Cliff Lee. Your bullpen is really good though. I like that Rod Dibble, even your creative player in there. I think your pitchers are a 9 out of 10, making your final team rating an 8.75. This is the final team we have in this video. I like it a lot, but I would probably replace that Lofton with someone like a Buxton. Other than that, your team is very good, and I would give it an 8.9 out of 10. Your starters aren't bad, but I would definitely try to get that Edward Cabrera, and maybe even Cliff Lee. Your bullpen needs a lot of work. You don't have a single lefty in there. Try picking up Sean Doolittle. And if you have the stubs, try picking up a Aroldis Chapman as well. I think your pitchers are a 7.8 out of 10, making your final team rating an 8.35. I will be making a part 2 to this video, so if you didn't get featured in this video, you might be featured in there. Thank you for all of the submissions. I was definitely not expecting to get like 70 of these. I definitely want to keep this series running, so it would mean a lot if you dropped a sub down below. And I'll see you in the next video.